so I can see you guys all. Good. I don't see that you're at all the time. Oh, okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. I see that you're all joining. Hello. So we are very excited to have a webinar this afternoon or this evening now with some great Pinots. And for those of you that are just joining, I have Renato with me.
Hello.
So Renato is leading our seminars this year and on-property events, and he is just fantastic at describing wines and giving experiences. He is our on-property experience manager. So we're gonna have a nice treat, and it's, you know what? It's really nice to have a partner to do this with.
I'm thrilled to be here. I've always heard about the webinars and your little virtual fan club that you have. So I'm so thrilled to be part of it and enjoy this Pinot Party pack.
So I think I see mostly everyone logged in and ready to go. So we're gonna start. So to give you a little bit of a rundown of what the evening's gonna look like, you're gonna have about 30 to 40 minutes with us tasting wine and trying some food. So to start, I'm going to go over a little bit of a few demos, what to do with the pesto, the mint pesto. And to start, of course, we're gonna get some wine in your glass. So Renato's gonna go through with the Pinot Gris. And then after we do the demo, we'll go through the whole lineup of the Pinot Pack wines and taste them with the different pairing suggestions that we talked about. And then we're going to finish off, both of us, with a cocktail that you can use with the wines in your pack. And if you have any questions, please feel free to message throughout. You have to just make sure so that we can read them if you message to everyone, because I have a helper here with me that is going to text me all the questions so that I can read them to you and we can answer all of your inquiries. So Renato, let's start with some Pinot Gris.
I hope you've got your Pinot Packs chilled. Pinot Gris, we're gonna start off with. I'm such a fan. This is the 2020 vintage of the Pinot Gris. And you know, if you've been by the winery in the past year or so, you know we've been singing the praises of the 2020 vintage. This one, dry, crisp, super, super refreshing. Maybe a little too refreshing sometimes. It's one of those wines that almost evaporate in your glass. Yeah, absolutely. I get some nice melon, peachy, almost floral notes. Oh, that crisp minerality, juicy acidity. Only 3 grams of sugar, so you're not going to get punished by it the next morning. What do you think, Corinne?
I love it. The Pinot Gris is one of my go-to wines that I actually enjoy after work. And I love it because it's so tart and crisp and dry. And I love the minerality that's come from it. And
oh, absolutely.
This is from the vineyard that's just down the street. It's the Market Vineyard that is on 4th Avenue. And we produce a lot of Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio, which I think that Renato will explain later. That I just love that it's so food friendly and you can have it on its own, you know, as a palate cleanser, or you can make a cocktail with it or enjoy some really great food.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Or just hang out and enjoy it on its own. It's just so easy.
So for this one, you go ahead and just enjoy this Pinot Gris. And I'm going to show you a few examples of some demos while we enjoy our first glass of wine. So everyone did receive a recipe for the pesto, the mint pesto. I went ahead and made the pesto as well, just like everyone. So I have mine here in a bowl. It's nice and bright green. It has pistachios and mint in there. It's really beautiful color. And I want to show you some different unique ways to use this pesto, because right now I am cooking a lot at home with fresh herbs and using a lot of nuts. Did you know that mint, I wrote down some really fun facts about mint. Did you know that mint is really good for brain and mental health? So it enhances your memory. It also, the aroma is calming for your mental health and helps with stress. So right now, that's a great time to enjoy.
We could all use a little bit more mint in our lives.
I know. Plus, digestive health. So if you have any kind of digestive issues, it helps with anti-inflammatory and helps with digestion. You know, it's refreshing after a nice big meal. Plus, it actually kills bacteria and fights cancer in your intestine prep.
It's like magic.
Yeah. Also, it helps with acne. So we're all wearing all these masks. So you can use some different mint oils or peppermint oils, but it's really good for your skin. So it is, again, antibacterial properties is going to help with that. And, you know, you want to have nice, fresh complexion and good skin right now in the winter. Plus, it also helps with colds and flus. So that's my doctor tips for the evening.
Nice.
So time here, it's really healthy to eat with mint. I like to throw mint in cocktails. Right now, if making salads at home, I'm throwing a fresh basil or, you know, like little bits of dill in my greens and mixing it up. It just adds that little punch of flavor down when you're enjoying your salad, because I know we're all trying to be really healthy right now. So to start off, so I have my pesto, something simple. You can use this as a quick dressing. So I pre-sliced some beautiful, nice ripe cherry tomatoes, and I am just gonna take it and I'm just gonna drizzle it right on top, just on top, just to add some extra flavor. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of really nice peppery olive oil on top of that. I love balsamic. One of my favorite go-to acids to add to any kind of dressing. So this is a really nice, rich 12-year balsamic. So, but you can use any kind. This is a bit more thicker, but if you had any just basic balsamic, that's fine too. I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of that on top. Extra balsamic, that's always good. Then I also make sure season with salt and pepper. Then I also have a little bit of parm. So you can add like a little bit of parm if you want, or feta, any of your favorite cheese toppings, or you can leave it plain. So look at that, simple.
Look at that.
Fresh.
That was very easy.
Very easy. And it's all from this one base. So now I know that Renato, you love pasta.
Do I ever?
Love pasta. So I have some pasta cooked off here. It's just some simple shell pasta. And I really love making different salads to take to work. So I'm just gonna go to the refrigerator. And to have
Ooh, I'm excited. What do we got here?
shredded chicken. So make it even simpler. You can roast your own chicken. This is just from a roasted chicken. I shredded the meat and shredded it about 10 minutes ago. And then I also grated heirloom carrots. So I have purple, orange, yellow, and white heirloom carrots, which is going to be, again, really healthy and adds a nice color and crunch to your salad. And I'm going to make a simple aioli out of the pesto. So I have basic aioli here, or mayo. I'm going to just quickly add a little bit of the pesto into the aioli. And I love lots of flavor.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Add lots of that to the mayo. Plus, I'm going to add some more of that pesto just straight to my pasta, because you want all that flavor in there. So with the aioli, pesto, salt, want to season, stir that up, really easy. You want to add some lime juice, extra, or lemon juice on top of this. That's extra acidity. That's going to be really nice for your pasta salad. So easy. I'm going to throw that on there as well, a little bit of that. And I'm going to put some chicken in there. And I'm just going to mix that up. Renato, I'm going to make you a bowl so you can try this.
Oh, I'm excited.
You know that,
I love me a good chicken salad.
yeah, and you can pair this with maybe another wine.
Oh,
So,
you know me well, Corinne.
Yeah, I figured, you know, Renato and I have been working very closely this year and last doing seminars and dinners, and Renato sits in with Jean-Pierre and I, our winemaker, with our
tough life.
And gets to experience the whole pairing of the battle of the winemaker versus the sommelier, pairing with the chef in our meals, which is a great learning experience. So I am actually going to mix a little bit of the carrots in here.
And you know, folks, it's not as easy as Corinne makes it look. You know,
it's all your prep. You want to do a little bit of mise en place first, but honestly, I just had a really large grater and just grated it quickly, really easy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fantastic.
So I'm going to plate that here. And honestly, at home, I'm really all about the garnish. So it makes everything look special. So I have this here. I'm just going to put a little bit of carrots there on top, a little extra chicken on top, and a little bit of cheese here, a little bit of mozzarella and some cheese. And then, of course, pistachios. Add that.
Oh my goodness.
And maybe a little bit extra of some drizzle of the pesto around the plate. This is for you, Renato. Ooh. There you go.
Oh, stop it. Oh, I can't wait. Oh my goodness. This looks amazing.
So I'll let you pair that in a second. I have one more demo to make, and then I'm going to pass that to you as well, and then you can talk about the wine with it.
Okay, okay.
Fun tip. You go ahead and taste.
You're trying to stop me.
Another really fun idea that I do at home all the time is simple smashed potatoes. So I take the potatoes and I pre-boiled all these, just baby potatoes. And then I'm just going to smash them with a fork.
Oh, that is delicious.
You taste the mint?
I do. I do.
So just smash them really quickly here. See, just with a fork. And then once they're all smashed, just lift them off. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of that right on top of the potato. So first, a little bit of olive oil, just to get some moisture so they don't nice crispy when you're baking them. I have the oven set here to about 375, and then just put a little bit of pesto on each one because that's going to give that extra flavor. And season, of course, always season. And then I'm going to put a little bit of cheese on a few of them because who doesn't love some cheese? And then I'm going to put these in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. So they're done, and they come out like this. Beautiful. So to plate these, again, simple. You have a plate. I'm just going to take these off here. I'm going to pass you one of these, Renato.
Oh, fantastic.
I just like to alternate.
I love a good roasted potato.
I just like to alternate cheese versus non-cheese with the pesto. And then again, drizzle a little bit of pesto on top. A little bit of more fine olive oil on top of that.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of extra pistachios. You could even do a little side of the aioli you made.
Oh,
dip.
So gourmet.
Perfect side or snack or appetizer. So it's for you as well.
Oh, awesome.
So I'm going to let Renato pair these with the next two wines. So I think you're going to go great with them.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. So next we have the well, we should pair the Pinot Gris first too with the pesto, I think, right?
I agree.
Let's do that first. Yeah, so let's get some Pinot Gris. So I'm gonna step back and do the chicken salad first.
One thing about mint, it's a really herbaceous herb that's going to kind of draw out more fruit and minerality in aromatic whites, especially unoaked whites. So this is one of those pairings that you want to, it's perfect for the Pinot Pack because they're all unoaked stainless steel, and it's just the freshness is going to really grab to those.
And that's really what's happening here. You know, the slight herbaceous notes in the wine really pull out the fresh herbs of the pesto. The nuttiness of the dish kind of, you know, play nicely with the bright acidity and freshness of the wine. It's like the wine kind of livens the dish up a little bit, right? Kind of lets it hang out on your palate a little bit longer. What a treat. All right, now I want to try some of these roasted potatoes.
Perfect. Just so that you viewers at home be ready with the Pinot Grigio next.
Yes.
The burger blend, I enjoyed a bottle of burger blend the other night, and I was absolutely blown away. It is so fresh and vibrant, and the fruit just punched right out. And it's one of those wines that I typically don't go for all the time. It gets forgotten because I think of it as a summer wine, but it's so food friendly. And I was so impressed of how well it went with all of our foods.
Right.
Renato and I had to pre-make our lasagnas and all the pestos, and we had to sit down and do a tasting of everything. It's one of the fun parts of the job. And Renato is acting this evening as the, you're not going to cook at home as much, and you might just go purchase Chef Josh's amazing to-go food from the bakery of lasagnas and soups and mac and cheese, whereas I'm going home and we're cooking some gourmet meal with creating recipes for a lot of our wine club members. So we're going to join these together this evening. So it's going to be a fun night.
Yeah, I'm getting well taken care of here. You know, like Corinne's cooking for me. I got Chef Josh's, you know, from all his bakery goods that I'm enjoying. So I'm getting well taken care of. But before we get too far into the food, let's talk a little bit more about this Pinot Grigio expression series. You know, similar to the Pinot Gris, a touch more sweetness, but really just a touch because it's still nice and dry. Lots of that kind of fresh acidity, still a touch of peach, a touch of melon, a little bit less on the lime and minerality. I've got a little bit more of a round juiciness.
I think I've got a spiced yellow pear and spice.
Yes, yeah, totally. Yeah, lots of yellow pear. Nice. Okay, let's try this with some roasty potatoes.
I tried this with the mac and cheese, and it was it became very creamy. So any of you at home that actually have the mac and cheese from Chef Josh at 15th Street Bakery, it actually turns the Pinot Grigio into more of a creamier wine, almost tastes a bit oak. And I found that it's fresh, so the acidity is going to cut through the richness of that cheesy lobster mac and cheese and kind of act as a palate cleanser. But at the same time, that spiced pear and ripe pineapple come right through in the wine. Really nice treat. This Pinot Grigio is actually from our new farm that's across the street from 13th Street. And we're really excited about it because it's just producing amazing grapes. And you really taste the character and the essence from the terroir. And I just love it. Each year, its quality's been fantastic.
Well, you know, that all speaks to the point of the whole expression series, right? It's an expression of, you know, our vineyards, our terroir, our winemakers' style, and really how you taste it, right? It's expression of your taste buds too. So, yeah, I mean, if you didn't know, I don't know if many of those folks at home who are watching know, the expression series all helps fund local artists through our gallery. to not only help them work on their craft, but gives them an opportunity, a place to sell their crafts. So definitely should check them out, and that's a portion of each Expression Series bottle: the rosé, the Pinot Grigio, or the Riesling. They all help support that fund.
And I have a question for you, Renato. I have a question. What is the difference between Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio?
Great question. Great question. We get that all the time. It's really just a matter of style. It's the same grape done two different ways. Typically, the Pinot Grigio is the Italian method, and that's going to be more of your patio sipper. Typically, they're got more of that juicy acidity and kind of crisp, more dry notes. Whereas the Pinot Gris, you're going to get more of those complex, creamy, more unctuous notes that, a little bit more, refined perhaps, but that's all a matter of perception and, how you're enjoying it. But yeah, it's the same grape, just Italian versus French method.
Thanks. I always find that I get more minerality and wet stone from Pinot Gris. It really brings out that. I feel like I want to say it's terroir driven, whereas Pinot Grigio, I get more fruit driven sometimes. But our Pinot Gris is, I get a lot of that wet stone and minerality, and you get like that citrus, that lime skin and lemon skin and peel, and where the Pinot Grigio is more juicy and that yellow spiced pear. I mean, they're both just so refreshing and delicious. And don't forget, I know it's winter and in January, but I have been drinking more whites right now in January than I have reds. I don't know what it is. It must be because it's just refreshing. And plus I'm cooking a lot lighter aromatic flavors and eating healthier salads. So I think I'm just drawn to the whites right now. I find that every year. Another question, I can't find the recipes. Where can I find them? You can find our recipes on our website, and we are posting these ones. They've already been posted, so you can find them there. But the beef lasagna and the lobster mac and cheese and the tomato soup is actually Chef Josh's recipe. And we don't post those recipes. That we just actually sell in the bakery, and you can pick that up anytime. It's available all the time, and he makes a really good mac and cheese. I always have one in my freezer at home. It's so good. Go-to Sunday meal.
So good. So good. And his tomato basil soup is unbelievable. It's definitely one of my favorites. Especially with the, you mentioned it, the Burger Blend white. It's our Pinot Grigio Riesling blend. It does have a touch of Viognier in there too, if you didn't know. With it's such a treat. Definitely, I don't want to say it surprised us or surprised me, but I was a little bit surprised how much I was enjoying it, right? Compared to, we're a little bit spoiled with all these other delicious wines that we have, but, for $14.95, the Burger Blend does fantastic. And with the tomato basil soup, oh my goodness, what a treat. It has the acidity to match up to those, tomatoes, but also a touch of creaminess to make the whole thing a beautiful, beautiful treat.
So to my tomato basil soup.
Nice.
And I'm going to, so when I make Josh's, it's my favorite soup there, which I think is yours as well. I'm adding Parmesan cheese, pesto, and some cheese, maybe even some sourdough croutons.
See, now you're showing off, but
And gourmet, and garnish. It's all with the garnish. And I tell you, it's delicious with the Burger Blend. Have you opened up yours yet, Renato?
My what? My Burger Blend?
Burger Blend white.
Got it right here.
Perfect.
Cheers.
Cheers. So this is a blend of Pinot Grigio and Riesling. And like Renato said, it's drinking beautifully right now, and it's unoaked. And when we make the Burger Blend wines, we make them because you want to have lots of acidity. You want to have a touch of sweetness and lots of fruit, because the Burger Blend white, red, and rosé is actually meant to be enjoyed with backyard barbecues, such as burgers. And you want it to actually hold up to the sweetness of the ketchups and the relish and the spiciness of the mustard and the smokiness of the burger or whatever you're grilling on that barbecue. So they're designed to go perfectly with those pairings, but don't forget them in the wintertime. They're quite delicious.
Absolutely. Cheers to that.
Cheers. So I'm going to start us off with a comparison of the Burger Blend Red and the Pinot Noir Gamay. So if you are opening up all your wines this evening, I'm going to pour a glass of each actually. I love these two wines because the exact same grapes. So I'm going to actually taste the Pinot Noir Gamay first, Burger Blend second. So go ahead and pour yours. I'm also in the 13th Street Vineyard Cottage in the kitchen, which I love doing webinars and demos here because it's such a beautiful space to cook. I've been cooking in this all afternoon and I love it. And it's available to rent. We also have farm houses also. You can look at them both on our website and see availabilities. I wish I was staying over tonight. We have some snow coming over and it's beautiful out here in the vineyard. The fire pits around. It's a gorgeous stay. So we're going to do the Pinot Noir Gamay first. So go ahead and just give that a swirl if you haven't poured it. So this one is 60% Pinot Noir, 40% Gamay. And the Pinot Noir is from select Dijon clones. We have the Pinot Noirs in the back of the, if you're on 13th Street property, it's at the very back of the property. And when we pick that late September, early October, we see a little bit of 30 days of skin contact, which gives some extra structure and tannin and color to that wine. Then it goes into stainless steel tanks. Once it's fermented, then we put it in oak barrels. So it's a little bit of second, third use barrels, not too much new oak because we don't want that to overpower what the Pinot Noir offers. And so I find that on the aroma, I get candied cherry and warm spice from the Pinot Noir. And you get a lot of like black raspberry, blackberry, black pepper from the Gamay. And then you get a little bit of vanilla and holiday spice like cinnamon and clove from the oak barrel. So the Gamay has seen no oak in the blend. It stays 100% in stainless steel with, again, both 30 days of skin contact to get that extra structure and color and tannin to the wine. And then afterwards, our winemaker will then make the blend of what he feels is most balanced blend. And this was something that Pinot Noir and Gamay, they marry so well together because they're both light-bodied and similar in flavor. Pinot Noir is known as that heartbreak grape, and I'm always quoting Doug Whitty, one of our owners. He calls Gamay the heartwarming grape because it's so easier to grow than Pinot Noir. It's a very difficult grape to grow. And I am absolutely loving this Pinot Gamay. It's just so juicy and ripe. Go ahead and have a sip and hold it on your palate for a couple seconds. I really get that jammy cherry, a little bit of mushroom, truffly, milk chocolate, vanilla, seeded black raspberry, that black pepper kind of falls through. You get a little bit of those tannins, but they soften up and it's not drying your mouth out. It's pretty juicy. So you can have this on its own and enjoy it, or you can pair it with some food. I think Renato's going to try it with the lamb lasagna and the beef lasagna after this to see what he thinks. I really love it with, of course, the lamb lasagna because that's a recipe that I originally made for a wine club, and I love putting lamb in lasagna. Plus, it's really rich with all that bechamel sauce. But the beef lasagna is also a go-to that I have in my freezer all the time. I know I can cook at home all the time, but there's always when you're tempting to have those gourmet meals just ready to go at home. So now let's go to the Burger Blend Red. So same grape varietals, except this one is more Gamay and less Pinot Noir. So this one, you're really going to taste all that spice from the Gamay. You're going to get a lot more pepper, seeded raspberry, seeded blackberry. You're really going to get licorice, black cherry. That's all driven from the Gamay. The Pinot Noir, again, a little bit of that cherry, jammy cherry. It's juicy, a little bit of the warm spice. This entire blend, the Pinot Noir, has seen a little bit of declassified oak barrels just for a few months. And the Gamay has seen no oak, just stainless steel. Gamay in both of these are from the Wheaty Gamay. The Burger Blend has seen a few other vineyards as well blended in with the Wheaty Gamay, and then the same Pinot Noir from the back of our vineyard here. And they're very similar in body and weight, just a little bit of this one's more Pinot Noir driven, this one's more Gamay driven. So just once if you want something more spicier. So go ahead and have a little taste of the Burger Blend.
The differences are subtle, but they're very like, you can really tell the difference. Like that Burger Blend, just that little bit more juiciness to it, a little bit more acidity. I'm excited to try this with the food for sure.
Yeah, I get more pepper and more spice, a lot more acidity because Gamay, I love Gamay for that reason, because it's a little secret weapon as a sommelier because of its acidity and its spice. It helps marry with so many different foods, such as anything tomato based, like tomato sauces and lasagnas. They're so, they kind of mellow each other out and they bring up more fruit because you have less of the acidity in both the dish and the wine. And the spice, I love the pepper. So have you tried lasagna?
Well, the lasagna. So here, let's get into some of this lamb lasagna. So this is chef's creation, and I'm so fortunate to be able to just, I don't feel like cooking, so I've got chef working all week to fill a freezer so that I can just do my shopping, do my grocery shopping.
A customer over there.
Oh yeah.
The lamb lasagna is actually from one of the recipes from last year from our Cellar Door Wine Club, and we can talk about that later, but there are some really fantastic wines coming out this year. And I taste all the wines first, draw all those flavors out, and then create a recipe to pair perfectly with that wine versus having a recipe and then you pair it with the wine. It's a little bit opposite where you can actually, the wine is the star. Sorry, chef.
No, and
the wine is the star.
I can tell that from the pairing that you love the pepper, because that's what it really brings out in the wine. It's just all that pepper, a little bit of warm spice, like nutmeg almost.
Nutmeg is in the bechamel sauce.
It's there, and you can taste it. It's really coming out on the wine. What a treat.
Good job. And just a reminder, if any of you have any comments or questions, make sure you message in, but to make sure it's to everyone, because then I will be able to see them come up here and I can answer all your questions about wine, food, or any of your favorite pairings or wines this evening. We'd love to hear.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Okay.
So I think Renato's going to talk about our last wine, or he's still got one more lasagna there to eat.
Yeah, there's lots of food to eat. Like I can't keep up. So I don't, with these seminars, I usually don't get to eat and drink throughout the entire thing. So this is a real treat for me. I hope you guys at home, I can't see you. I hope you guys at home are enjoying too. So.
And if you don't have any of the recipes, Gamay and Pinot Noir, one of the cheeses I love pairing with it is simple cheeses that have also a little bit of a lactic acid to it. So such as goat cheese or goat cheddar, any kind of brie or bloomy rind cheese is really great with these. And you can drizzle a little bit of really rich balsamic vinegar on top, and that actually brings out and draws out that balsamic-y, jammy, raspberry, cherry flavors in the wine. So you can make it really simple. Almonds and spiced nuts are perfect also to have with any of these wines. So just in case you don't have all the fun ingredients that we do, just have some fun with some cheese and some nuts, or just enjoy the wine.
This beef lasagna is unbelievable.
Good. I'm getting my next glass ready for the Pinot Noir.
Yeah, Pinot Noir finishes us off. Well, not quite finishes us off. We have a special treat later.
Oh yes, we have cocktails.
All right.
Oh, I have another question. For the pesto, can you use other nuts or cheeses? Of course. You know what? Take pesto is just the base. You can use any kind of nut and any kind of cheese and, well, hard cheese and any kind of herb. So, I mean, traditionally it's pine nuts and basil and parm, but, you know, you can do a cilantro and pistachio and, you know, any kind of hard salty cheese is the key because you want that salt. You can do, you know, walnuts and cilantro. So have some fun, like experiment with it. I love having a pesto all the time in the fridge at home. My partner at home, my fiance is a chef, so we are always cooking up different pestos and sauces and vinaigrettes, and just to have them handy because you never know when you have a soup or a pasta or a salad that you just want that little extra flavor town or garnish that you just want to drizzle on. You have guests come over, you know, unexpectedly, and you have some, you know, beautiful goat cheese or cheese, and you have that pesto you can just drizzle on top, a little bit of olive oil and, you know, some nuts on top. Done. Gourmet.
That's lovely. All right. So the last one is the Pinot Noir. You know, we get so much, or at least Gamay is so on the front of our mind here at 13th Street that for me, at least, I always forget about our Pinot Noirs. And, you know, and it's funny too, because a lot of the people that come see us, they're more familiar with Pinot. And I always have to remember that Gamay is sometimes a especially uniquely 13th Street / Niagara thing. This Pinot Noir, I love how fruit forward with the cherry it is. Especially off the nose. It's almost candy cherry, a little bit of strawberry, but on the palate, nice, complex, earthy mushroom, almost cherry pit, but isn't that nice? Only 6 grams of residual sugar, so it's still not sweet. Dry.
Pretty intensely aromatic and flavorful.
Super aromatic.
On the aroma, it follows through on the palate. And it doesn't have a lot of tannins, but I love Pinot Noir for that warm spice.
Yeah, super warm spice, especially this time of year. You know, you need something get a little cozy up to. Absolutely.
I just had a bite of it with the lamb lasagna. If anyone has a lamb lasagna or made it, it really got a lot more of that nutmeg and earthy mushroom flavors come through. And Pinot Noir is that one wine that draws through mushrooms. So if you love mushrooms, mushroom salad or mushroom pastas, mushroom risottos, drizzle some balsamic vinegar on there, put some goat's cheese or some hard aged cheese on there. It really loves Pinot Noir, especially game meat, like such as, I love duck with my Pinot Noir, but lamb and duck is a favorite. I actually had the other night, we did some seared duck breast, and we did a little bit of an Asian style noodle dish, and duck on top, and we had some, you know, beautiful wild mushrooms, and it was beautiful with this Pinot Noir.
I bet.
Really I did see that you made some really good dumplings the other day. I bet that would be really good with the Pinot Noir.
Yeah, we had some nice dumpling soup, and I won't lie, we had some Pinot Noir with it, and it went fantastic. So, you know, good call. Good call.
A little fun fact about the Pinot Noir is that we have 5 different Dijon clones in the back of our property. And John Pierre likes to pick them all separately and keep them and harvest them all separately. So we'll do a lot of skin contact, keep them all in different tanks separately, and then goes into different barrels, brand new, second, third, and fourth. And then afterwards, he does the blend. And it is amazing to taste with our winemaker. He lines them all up, and we get to do tasting notes on each, compare each barrel. And what's different, because newer oak would be a little bit more smokier, whereas second and third, depending on the barrel, might have some more vanilla or more warm spice, more tannins, and together at the finish, you have this beautiful blend. And yesterday, I spent a good hour with our winemaker, Jean-Pierre, in the cold room and in the barrel cellar, and I tried all the new aromatic whites and rosés to come. And let me tell you,
oh boy,
you should be prepared. There are some amazing wines coming. I'm blown away about some of our Rieslings and the brand new Pinot Gris or rosés. The Vin Gris, be ready. It is. I think it might be the best year yet.
I'm not ready.
So vibrant, like wild strawberries, like really nice tart wild strawberries, so fresh, good acidity. I can't wait for spring. So be ready.
I also cannot wait for spring now.
So what do you think? I think we should make, I have a few comments and questions, and then we're going to get into some cocktails.
Sure.
So comment, thank you so much. Amazing. Spent today making the lasagna and is paying off now with the amazing wine. You're welcome.
Awesome.
I'm so happy that you enjoyed the recipe. I really love this recipe as well. And there's nothing better than a cold winter day, cooking at home, and make sure you, of course, drink that wine that's pairing with.
Absolutely.
I'm reading off all the questions off my phone here. So it's helpful. I can't see so far away. The Gamay is in the lamb lasagna. Why is that the burger blend is best suited to drink with the lasagna? Well, the burger blend, that's a great question. Burger blend, you know what? It has so much acidity. It's the Gamay that pairs with it. Renato, when you tried the Gamay burger blend, where you liked that the best yesterday, didn't you?
Like between the like with the pairing or just on its own? Oh yeah, absolutely. For me, it's that pepper that it pulls out. It's just beautiful.
And another comment: after all the wine, the Pinot Noir was what you enjoyed the most. Wonderful. Best for the last.
Fantastic.
And we do the lineup in the way we do because you want to also have dry before sweet and sparkling before still, and you want to have on oak before oaked, and you want to have light before heavy. So when we try the Pinot Noir Gamay before the burger blend, and then we finish with the Pinot Noir, that's to help your own palate get used to and experience all the wines so that they do taste as good as they do. Another comment, I have lots coming through right now. I love Pinot Noir. Does 13th Street have any other great Pinot Noirs?
Absolutely.
Yes. So last year, anyone that is a wine club member would have received Pinot Noir as a wine club only wine. And we still have bottles left of that. If anyone's interested in the wine club, that's one of my other jobs that I do at 13th Street. I'm the wine club manager. And let me tell you about this year. I'm so excited about all the shipments. There's only 4 shipments in a year. There's no commitment, but we have wine club only wines. And they are just so fantastic and beautiful and rich. And it's a great way. I don't know about you, but if I go for dinner or see friends, I want to show off and bring something that they can't have or something special as a treat. So the Wine Club wines is a great way to showcase something special at an event or a dinner.
Make all your friends jealous.
Oh, of course. And we actually still have that available. And this March, for any Cellar Door members or anyone that is interested in the Wine Club, we have 2 brand new Pinot Noirs coming out, the 2020 vintage of Pinot Noir. The same one as this one, but the 2020 is going to be
nice.
March shipment. And if you can get your hands on any 2020 vintages, that is the vintage. It was beautiful. It was so ripe, so warm. The wine is so juicy, and I'm just so impressed. And any of the reds or whites, really big reds coming out, super fruity and tropical whites. So be prepared for a really good release this year, especially in the Wine Club, and of course in the retail of 13th Street.
Absolutely.
Coming in. Is there more tannins in the burger blend? Just waiting to dig into the lamb. There's a little bit more tannins than the Pinot Gamay because of the Gamay. So you have a little bit, it's less oak, but you get more of the spiciness and skin contact from the Gamay in the burger blend. So I tasted the Pinot Noir Gamay first because it's lighter than the burger blend. But I would dig into that with that lamb lasagna.
Oh yeah, dig right in. No, don't wait any longer, folks. Dig right in.
Last question so far: do the wine club wines come with pairing recipes? Yes.
Yeah, they do.
One of my favorite parts of my job. I get to taste these wines and pick them through with our winemaker. I do get to get some good premium wines, of course. And then once I taste them, I come up with a recipe to perfectly pair with all of these wines. I have my chef papers. I studied that before I became a sommelier. So you're going to get this really great recipe that's going to pull all those flavors out that's perfectly paired. And you get those each month and to enjoy with the wine. But of course, you can just enjoy the wines on their own as well. Tasting notes come with them.
And I tell you, you know, when she pairs them, the chef creates them, and then they take pictures, and that is probably the favorite day of the staff at the wine bar, because you have these beautiful dishes that are just spectacular, and we all get a little bit of a lunch that day, so it's a good day.
Yes, the team loves those days.
It loves them.
So to finish up the evening, I'm going to make a cocktail, and then I'm going to do a fancier cocktail, and Renato's going to do the kind of grab and go quick cocktail that he's created. So I'm going to use burger blend. I think, are you using burger blend as well?
No, I'm going to use the Pinot Grigio, the Expressions Pinot Grigio.
Okay, I'm going to use burger blend white. I love making wine cocktails, and also with the wine club shipment and just on our recipes on our website, we tend to post a lot of really amazing wine focused trendy cocktails, because it's cocktails are very trendy right now, and I love being able to use different ingredients from local suppliers and also enhancing the flavors from the wine. So when I make a wine cocktail, I'm taking all the flavors out of this wine and I'm thinking about what flavors are going to kind of react with that to complement it. So we tasted a lot of, you know, pear and melon and citrus. I get a little bit of lemon with this one. So I'm using limoncello, and I'm using Zambuca, a little bit of that licorice anise, and I only want a little bit of this one because, believe it or not, our Sauv Blanc and our burger blend is a great mix to mix with any kind of Zambuca, because it draws all that anise flavor out and the acidity balances the flavor in the Zambuca. It's so delicious. So if you love that flavor, I also have some bitters from fennel bitters from Dylan's that I want to add in there. So I have some ice. We'll post this recipe, of course, after. I'm going to put some ice in my cocktail shaker. And then I'm going to do about a 1/2 ounce of Zambuca. And I make cocktails like I cook. I do not measure. That's why I'm not a good baker. So about a 1/2 ounce here of Zambuca, just enough to have a little bit of that flavor. Then I'm going to do about 1 ounce of limoncello. Maybe 3/4 of an ounce, a little bit, about 1 ounce. There we go. Then I did love the fennel bitters, and I kept adding more to my drink, and I felt like it was making it even better. So probably going to do about like 6 shakes there. That might have been 8. And then I'm going to do about 4 ounces of burger blend white, because you want the most part of this to be wine, because that's the flavor that you really want to complement. And shake that up. Now I really wanted to garnish this with fennel and in the glass, but I couldn't find anything today at the grocery store, so I'm disappointed.
It's middle of January, no fresh fennel around, huh?
Yeah, you can put a little bit of like thyme or rosemary. A lemon twist would be beautiful, and you can put it in a fancy wine glass
Nice.
Put it in a rocks glass on some ice. If you're gonna do a wine glass, I would just, put it like that. And if it's a rocks glass, I put the ice right in there.
Oh.
A little lemon twist. You can put a little bit of, some other herbs in there, something aromatic if you wanted to.
Wow, that looks beautiful.
But it is so wonderful. It's so refreshing. And again, it's a really beautiful wine to enjoy in these winter days. So Renato, what's your?
That sounds great. So mine is, well, I like to think it's just as delicious. It might not be, but it's much easier to make. So what I've got a little shaker here. It is about half filled with ice. Some Cointreau, but any type of like orange liqueur, if you need your favorite orange liqueurs will do just fine. And then what I've brought is a can of the Pinot Grigio Expression Series. What I like about it is the Expression Series, the cans has a little bit of effervescence. So it pushes a little bit of bubbles, a little bit of life to the cocktail. So I also don't like to measure. So I'm going about about 3 parts wine, 1 part Cointreau. So we're gonna go get this. Do 1, 2, 3. The Pinot Grigio. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Now you do want to give it a shake because you want to dilute it a little bit with the ice. I know. It sounds almost blasphemous to dilute it with ice, but it's important. It's important. And then I'm pouring it into a fancy wine glass right now, but if you're wearing PJs, don't feel the need. It's okay. Just orange, citrus, dry, crisp, super refreshing. What a treat. What a treat.
Hi, 2 amazing cocktails. So I think having fun at home and, experiment with what you have on your shelves with the cures and play with the wines. Acidity is a big part of that. So any kind of whites at high acid and plus our Blanc to Blanc sparkling, perfect wine to go with cocktails. I would even, if I was at the winery with you right now, I would top up both of our cocktails with
some sparkling.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Well, I mean,
I will be over shortly.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, it's like I can unlock the door. I can.
Yeah.
The wine's chilled.
Renato, please tell us about your seminars coming up this month. Or sorry, in February.
I would love to. I'm so excited to get this the seminar series and the culinary wine experiences off and running again. So for the seminars, we're doing spicy foods, bringing the heat, bringing the passion for Valentine's Day, and how to pair your spicy food with your wine, which, is easier said than done, right? There's a lot of landmines to be avoided to either balance the spice in your dish or to accentuate and elevate the spice. So we've just sent out the email with the dates for that. I think we've got 6 dates, including on Valentine's Day. And then for our dinner series, we're going to Paris, France. Yeah, 3 courses, Paris, France. The one night's almost sold out. There's still space available. So guys, jump on that. It's not going to last much longer.
And I'm just going to feed off and kind of continue on your train because our winemaker and myself, we do 6-course dinners, all paired with wine. So there is 3 dates available that have been released as well. So I hope that you can enjoy that. And our winemaker and myself actually sit with you and enjoy all the pairings and talk about each food and wine, the story, and how the recipe came and how the wine pairing came. And Jean-Pierre will talk your off about all the romance it took to produce that wine. And it's just wonderful to hear and be part of that experience. So I'm just going to do a last shout out there for anyone that wants to put a comment or a question. And we're just coming to an end here, almost finished. Oh, I have one more. Will cocktail recipes be posted? Yes, they will, and we can email them to everyone as well. Not a problem. That attended, we have your email because you've registered, so we can put that together. It will be emailed just out next week, but we'll put that on the website as well. So while I'm closing up here, I just wanted to thank everyone for joining Renato and I. It was a pleasure doing a webinar with you, Renato. I think we had some fun tonight.
Pleasure's all mine.
Forward to a lot more great webinars and seminars and tasting through wines and food pairings. I think Renato and I have been working hard on a whole year of plans, and I tell you, it's going to be 2022 is a year to visit 13th Street. So
absolutely.
Also the wines. I'm excited. So I was gonna, oh, I see, oh, no one else is commenting. So until then, you can also email either of us at the wine bar, and we really hope to see you soon here and for a visit. So thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.